I'm going to show you how you can expand pellets in this part of the video. What you'll need first off is expander pellets. Don't get normal pellets as they'll just go mushy and they probably won't work. You need expander pellets. These are Thin Perfect by Sonia Bates. They're 8mm expanders. These will do just fine. Then you will need a pellet pump. You can get them in many different shapes and sizes. You can get them with big bottoms, small handles, big handles, small bottoms. It doesn't really matter. So on this one, it has a little air valve here which you remove. Most ones, I haven't really used many, but most of them just have a little button or something you can press to release the air. This is a vacuum pellet pump. Some of them aren't actually vacuum pellet pumps. Some of them are different. I'm not the expert on this. I just pump pellets when I go fishing, but you know. So what you need to do is take your whatever it is, the bottom part of the pellet pump here. Let me just move the camera over. Sorry for the squeaky tripod. You want to fill it up with water. Normally about half, 3/4 full of water is good. Next, what you want to do is take your pellets. What I would advise is the first time, if you're doing this for the first or couple, you're not really confident, just put some on your hand and just try a little handful first instead of doing enough for a whole session. Just try a little handful. You probably, let me just zoom in a minute, hang on. Sorry if the tripod makes a squeaky noise, it's a really squeaky tripod. So you can see the pellets in there, they're just floating in there. What you do, you take your pump, stick it on the top, there, pump it 10 times. You can just, it doesn't have to be dead on 10, it's around about 10. You'll see the pellets are still floating, but if you release the air valve, they're still floating. So you just carry on. Probably didn't pump it enough times last time. There we go, they're starting to sink now, as you can see. So as you saw, they don't work first time. They'll come back up. By the way, it doesn't mean it's done wrong. Release the air valve again. Even more sink this time. Start pumping it again. They'll float back up. Release it again. They'll sink. Just have a few left on the top now. Coming up. And they're sinking. I mean, you don't have to get every single pellet if you don't want to, but I tend to try and get as many as I can before I just get tired of pumping, really. There you go, that's most of them sank except for one. So, next part is to drain the water. What I use is an old lobworm tub. I've cut a few holes out on the bottom. Let me just focus in again. Cut a few holes out on the bottom using just a knife, and what you do, squeak, is take your pot with the holes in it, take your pellet pump and just pour the pellet pump water into that, and it just drains out like that. Just keep pumping it, not pumping it, pouring it until everything's come up there. It's just draining, and you're left with really nice. You just drain the rest with your fingers, and you're left with really nice pellets. There you are. Focus that. You're left with really nice pellets. They're not too hard, but they're not too soft, so they actually go on the hook and they expand in the water. So what they do is they grow in size to become big, mushy, I keep dropping them everywhere, but they become big and mushy, so I'll show you that.